Hey AfterBuzzers and Oncers, we are about to discuss episodes 7 and 8 of season 7, Once Upon a Time. Oh man, so many juicy things happen and we finally found out who Hook's daughter is. You won't want to miss this discussion, so stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, nothing like that sound of the Once Upon a Time intro. And guys, I am beyond excited because we were right.
Yes, we're totally right.
So many things that happened in this episode we had predicted, and I did doubt myself, but I'm really excited to say that we are right. But before we get into this amazing 2-hour episode, might I add, we might as well introduce ourselves and where they can find us on social media. Laneisha, where can they find you?
What's up, you guys? I'm Laneisha, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laneisha, spelled Lanisha 914.
Carolina.
Hey guys, I'm Carolina Bonetti, and you can find me on Instagram as LenaBean113 or Twitter at Carolina Bonetti.
Hey guys, it's Ally Nasta. You can find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at LAGirl. And unfortunately, we don't have Steph Sabra tonight. We miss her, but she will join us on our next recap. Well, guys, we do miss you, Steph. Make sure
3 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, 3 weeks from tonight. 3 weeks. Before we get depressed, let's get into the episode. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, I think we need to start with the whole Eloise Gardner case. That it was closed, technically, and it was opened because we figured out a bunch of things that had happened. Alice is officially Hook's daughter.
Yes.
Ding, ding,
Who was
ding,
right?
ding. We were so right.
We were killing it on the predictions.
And I would like to add, before we get into the details, Laneisha was half right.
Half.
Because technically, the witch disguised herself
As Rapunzel.
Exactly.
Yeah. So technically, he had a baby with both Rapunzel and the witch.
Which is super creepy.
Super creepy. And it makes me wonder, where's the real Rapunzel?
Right.
Yes.
Like,
that's
what
a good
happened to her?
question.
Because she was like, oh, that's a tragic tale. And then jumped out the window.
Right.
But that's not an answer.
But we're going to find out next 3 weeks from now.
We have to wait almost.
But, man, all right. So getting into it, to find
Wait,
Eloise.
was it you or was it Steph who predicted the double curses?
Steph.
Yeah, so, you know, kudos, we were all right. We
Yeah.
all had one part of the equation to it.
So,
We all knew something. You knew about that there was a witch. You knew that that was the witch in the tower. Everyone
Yeah.
was
well,
right.
there was too much weird chemistry between Alice and Hook that there had to be something more than just they were
I
friends.
was like, nah, that's his kid.
Yeah, and like the weird like thing about how he feels connected and all of this stuff.
Right.
But man, we got a lot of those answers. And to bounce off, so they're trying to find Eloise Gardner. Hook doesn't feel like he's going to be complete unless he closes this case.
Right.
And he's constantly trying to find pieces to the story with this journal that he has that's hers.
Exactly.
And-
And they had to stop the other case where the guy got killed.
Right.
Pretty much. Poisoned.
Which,
Because I gathered it.
let's also add this in there. Weaver is stopping everything from going, when something goes 2 steps forward, he pulls it 5 steps back.
Yeah.
So can we ask ourselves, do we think Weaver's good in this scenario?
I think Weaver has a hunch who the guardian is, and that's why Ronnie brought it up to him. And she was like, does this have to do with the guardian? As he was walking out at the end of the episode. And I think that that's all connected to why he was interfering with finding Eloise and with Lucy and
Right.
everything. He's doing it because I think this curse is set up for him to finally, like, achieve, like, whatever he needs to with the Guardian. Like, do you guys agree with me? I don't know. I just feel like it's all adding up, and it's very Rumpelstiltskin-like. It's got his, you know, paw prints all over it.
So in a way, he is good because he also tried to warn Roger when he was looking for Eloise. He's like, don't look for her. Don't get too deep into this case. So in a way, he's protecting her because he could just be like,
Well, he
whatever.
even told him to his face, he's like, I'm trying to save you from yourself. You don't know what you're
Exactly.
setting into motion. But I think that he's also, like, prolonging and making things happen a certain way because, like, he, in a lot of ways, he pushed Emma to be the savior. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
true.
Like, he kept nudging her in that direction, and I wonder if whoever he thinks is going to be the guardian, if he's nudging them in that direction.
I guess, and it kind of makes sense that technically he is protecting Rogers because if he does find Eloise Gardner like he did, he's releasing the witch into the wild. And now she's technically has escaped, but then now in the hands of Ivy. So either way, she's kind of still trapped, but in a better form, I guess. But before we get
Ivy
into
lets
that,
her out.
What?
Ivy lets her out.
No, but at the end of the episode, we're still back in that dungeon, and they're like working together.
That's true.
So maybe that's just where she's living because I don't know.
But I don't think Eloise is really trapped. I think like what we were discussing, she knows what she's doing, but she's letting Ivy think that she's in charge.
Right. Well, the creepiest part about it all is that every time someone brings up the witch, they're like, you don't know what you're messing with.
Exactly.
You don't know what you've gotten yourself into. Which we see firsthand that she's so manipulative and creepy.
And what was that?
Totally.
That cake that he was about to eat.
Yeah.
Woo. I want to
Regina
know.
pushed it right off the table.
She was just like, okay. Let me
"That's not
just
good
dump
for
that
you."
out for you.
Right.
It's too much sugar. It's gonna kill you.
Which is a good thing because who knows what was in that cake that she was probably going to use him to manipulate him again. Which, you know, he manipulated her, which we all thought Rapunzel and him had some sort of love connection, and then it was going to be Rapunzel's baby.
Right.
And you
so
were
like
kinda
the
right.
witch was kind of ugly. I mean, except the hair. That's it.
She's actually pretty.
Yeah,
She
the
just
witch
looked really
was really
crazy.
pretty.
Not that
Well,
that should matter whether
no.
you like somebody
I
or not, but
think
he
I
was
think
kind of bamboozled.
The moral of that was it's a very creepy situation because he thought that it was just I don't really know. It was kind of a weird thing to be thrown into, but
Think about it. It's the same as with Robin Hood when he was slept with Zelena and
that's
she was
true.
disguised.
That's
So
really
they kind of
true.
just kind of redid that story a
Well,
little bit.
also to bring it full circle, it's kind of like Emma having a baby with Balefire and Rumpelstiltskin being the grandfather. It's another grandkid of the Swan family having like an evil grandparent.
Oh man.
I was thinking about that when I was watching the episode. I don't know if you guys like caught that out there, what you thought of it. But if you did, I want to know what you thought and if you think that's going to play into anything. Like, do you think Mother Gothel will try and find her redemption at some point?
I don't know because that was harsh. So she sends
She's
sends Rogers on this quest for this flower.
So who's Rumple?
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
but the flower.
Yeah. So she sends Rogers on this, and this is in the Wish Realm, let's not forget. And so he gets sent on this journey to find the flower to help save her so then he can then find his revenge on the crocodile.
Which, on a side note, I was super impressed that the flower looks so much like the flower in the animated cartoon. I was
And
like,
someone
dang, it's
said
real.
that. Someone said that in the chat room.
Oh, I
that
missed it.
Hey guys, I also really quick want to let you know we are in the chat. Sorry, it's going a little quick. So if you guys do have any things that you want us to see, just please retype it in, and we're gonna try to keep an eye on what's going on up there. But yeah, going back to the flower, which was crazy, and he goes into the forest. But I have to ask you guys, when he goes into this garden to find the flower, was it not a little sketchy that this is the witch's garden and she's nowhere to be found? I was like, she's either gonna pop up in like randomly or something's not right to where she's not there to stop him.
Well,
That
I
is
kept
what I was
thinking-
thinking.
I kept thinking that the flower was a decoy and that she had set it up for Rapunzel as like, well, the flower will save you, but not really. It was her hair. Because remember the animated movie?
Right.
Her hair like took on the essence of the flower, and I was like, it's her hair. This flower might poison her or something, but then that wasn't it at all. It was the witch being Rapunzel.
Right.
Sorpresa.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah. Which was super crazy because I didn't necessarily obviously see that coming. I just knew there was something sketchy going on with how he was able to go get that flower with no repercussions besides that creepy troll. Like that was.
Wasn't it
I
a
thought
garden
it was-
gnome?
Yeah.
I thought it was a giant
it was a garden gnome, but it was
like
a troll garden
A
gnome.
troll came into the mind.
Yeah.
Word.
it's because it was so big, and we keep seeing like the what's it called, wars. You guys help me in the chat. I'm totally blanking on it. Oh my gosh, the wars that started everything. Was it the troll wars?
Ogres?
The ogre
Oh,
wars.
okay.
Because we're used
right,
to seeing
right.
the ogres,
You're right.
and they're giant like that. So
Right.
it's kind of like the same, but this one was like a big wooden plaster.
Yeah. Which
was
I was like,
creepy.
oh no. But yeah, I will say
I was agreeing with you with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like there was something sketchy that she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, Rumple shows up in the middle of nowhere all the time. The fact that he's in the witch's garden and she's nowhere to be found, sketchy.
Well, I'm thinking she's going to come back later on. I was like, oh, well, maybe it'll be, like, when he goes back. But then she wasn't even there that night. And then I was thinking it's weird. Why would you want to sleep with him knowing you're in danger?
Right.
It was really intense. I was like, this is so creepy. Why is she, like, dragging him into the bed? I was like, something's not right.
She's like, this has been way too long. I was like, okay.
Way wrong.
Right.
You can't wait.
Also, Rapunzel was like, it's been way too long. I was like, is it Rapunzel like a virgin princess of like,
an
right,
innocent little...
Like, let's not do that.
So it made sense when she, the next morning, was like, I had a baby.
Right, which was so beyond
Creepy.
weird. But something, like, very strange.
But we've been there with Zelena, so it wasn't something we weren't completely prepared
that is true.
for.
That is very, very true. But I will say that no matter what, we kind of have seen that Hook has always come out on top of being the good guy. So, like, no matter what he is in any of the realms, like, we see that he is always trying to be the best person. I'm so sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. Whew, it came over.
I was about to say,
I was about to sneeze. Things. But yeah, so I was really excited to see that because he was like, what are you going to do? Leave this newborn child
I
there?
was excited for him. Because this is after he got turned into, like, Good Hook by David. So I was happy because I felt like this might be his first, you know, good deed as, like, post-old dude.
Right.
No, wait, no, it wasn't. No, because
this is
we're in the
before he
womb.
got
baby.
This is before he got
Yeah, this
old.
is before he got old.
Right.
Oh, so he did have a good heart, and then he just got really bitter about everything.
Because he couldn't
find his
save,
daughter.
Yeah, he couldn't save her.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ivan Soto in the chat says, it's strange that the stories in the show Captain Hook always have the good in him. Which it's true. I mean, he does always have the good.
Oh, look at them. They're saying, we saw the evil queen this episode too, Steve Swan.
Yeah, that's true.
And we saw her magicless.
Yeah, and that's when she was trying to work with Hook, and then whatever they were doing obviously fell through because then he gives the boat to Smee in order to go take care of his
Which I also
daughter.
thought was a good Easter egg for fans that have been watching the show for a long time, because when they visited the Wish Realm in the first time, that's what was going on. That was the plot line. So it's come to its resolution, and now she's fleeing the Wish Realm's version of the Enchanted Forest.
Right.
Definitely.
Which
gives you a better understanding.
Right. So to wrap this up in a pretty little bow with this storyline, because there's about 4 other ones that we need to attack tonight, is that Alice is his daughter. And they actually,
and we
saw
were
them,
all right, you guys.
Yes, we were all right. Yes. And we actually saw them reunite in the, like, the Wish Realm, today's Wish Realm, not the one, like, post-Hook changing and Henry. It's weird because it's like,
oh yeah,
there's
we
the
saw
Wish
them
Realm.
with the poison heart, so then we found out why they were kept away from one another.
Right. So, what do you want to explain that to everybody? Just like, I feel like I was kind of confused about the whole why Ivy was trying to keep them apart.
For Henry or for Captain Hook?
No, for Captain Hook. For Hook and Alice, I'm like, why does?
No, I don't think Drizella had anything to do with poisoning Hook. I think that's something completely different from someone else. But she picked up that tactic because, you know, Regina, with her past and the poison apple and putting people to sleep and stealing hearts.
She's been practicing.
She took what she'd been doing and she's like, I'm going to poison these hearts.
Right.
But
exactly.
I don't think that she's the one who actually did that to Hook and Alice. I think that's a separate villain that might come into play later on.
But it definitely benefited her.
Right.
It definitely benefited Drizella.
Because as she was said in this thing that she was setting up the curse way back then. So now we're taking it back. So we're starting to see the first inkling of the blueprint of the dual curses that we have. Because I think it's cool that we have, for sure, it's been confirmed, dual curses.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better because I was confused and I'm like, what does Ivy's bad blood have to do with Alice and Hook? But now I guess that's a separate.
That's separate.
Which it kind of, if you think about it, might allude to how she was able to leave the tower. Like maybe she was given something by Weaver. I guess now we can get rid of Weaver and we can call him Rumple again because he's technically awake.
He's awake.
So Rumple could have gone to the tower and been like, I'll give you an out but you can, like, I'm gonna give you the heart thing so you can
Oh,
never.
that's totally something Rumple would
right?
do.
So, but I think that maybe that has to do with
But
it.
again, this is post Belle dying, so he might not. Because
Right.
we don't know
But-
how much into his old ways he's fallen, or if he's like really tried to be the good
Right.
guy.
Which
I don't
also,
think he would poison her heart. I
know.
don't see how that would
But
connect.
see, this is what's kind of confusing.
He's crazy. I put nothing past him, but I'm just
That's
hoping that
true.
he's moved past
Right.
like
Right.
boil.
Let's not forget this. So when we first started the season, we have Alice is in Wonderland. So she somehow got out of the tower back to Wonderland. That Rumple could have been there. But what's interesting is we see her jump back into the Wish Realm, present day, run into Rumple. So
Calling him Papa?
yeah. So
Well,
something.
it wasn't present day. This was present day
Wish
before the curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish realm.
Yeah.
Wish Realm. Yeah, I wasn't saying present day. Like, there's so
Right,
many
right.
present days. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Time is everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, so many things. But I'm trying to like help whatever's happened in the chat. Make sure you guys know that we're looking at you over there.
Billie Jean Girl is funny. It's like Belle must be rolling around in her grave for what Rumple is doing.
Oh,
Probably,
he
yeah,
said
for sure.
gold, not Rumple. He goes,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that
People
one
do call
day,
him both, though.
Yeah, but one day he's good, one day he's bad. I just can't keep it straight. I can't. But one of those stories is kind of closed, but yet now just opening because we don't even know the half of what's actually behind Hook and Alice's storyline. Which
Yeah.
then that poisoned heart leads us to we finally see the first actual connection between Henry and Ella. They kiss. We finally saw a kiss, and they actually.
the one you were waiting for. You've been waiting for that romantic
Too bad it was
moment.
in the Wish Realm, though.
It was in the Wish Realm. It was in the Wish Realm, but I'll take it because, like I was just saying, we haven't seen too much of them
Their
having
chemistry.
that, like their chemistry, the love at first sight kind of thing. Because we haven't had too many one-on-one scenes with them.
So I think that what this episode cleared up, prediction-wise, like in the sense of like stringing together what's going on, is I think that it set it up where they found the cure to the poison heart. But Drizella, obviously, because I think Hook and Alice are cleansed, uncursed, whatever. They don't have a poison heart anymore.
right.
But now, with that being said, I think that in the moment that they could have found that for Henry and Ella, I think that the curse was cast. And if they break the curse, maybe something else terrible happens.
Huh.
And we're going to find that out in 3 weeks because they had that preview with Lucy and Madame Tremaine.
So you're saying you don't think that they have the poisoned hearts?
No. I think that their hearts are poisoned. And
Okay.
that's why it's so imperative that they don't kiss because they'll die.
But you're
Right.
saying okay. But
And a
they
land without
escaped it the
magic.
first time, but the second time they have poisoned hearts, and that's okay. That makes sense.
And I think that the curse was then cast, like simultaneously. As she poisoned their hearts, she cast the curse. So that's why Drizella feels that it's so unbreakable, and she keeps bragging. Don't brag to Regina so much, girl. She's
Right.
coming for you.
right.
I like how she was like, I got a bat, okay? I
It
may not
works
have
just as
magic,
well.
but I got a bat.
Right. But also, I mean, like seeing, I want to go back to Henry and Jacinda or Ella. There's so many different names going on. Yeah, but I do want to say with Ella and Henry, it was nice to kind of see them work together. We found a little bit about Ella's past. We're seeing her move on and really come together to work with Henry. So I thought that was really exciting.
Yeah.
Which brings us to present day, which is really hard in a trying time because they finally get 2 steps closer to actually sealing the deal and going on a date. And
Yes.
Ronnie has to be the one to take it away. How do you think that's making Regina feel? That
Terrible.
It's
Look at her
sucks.
face every
She-
time she does it. You can see it's like it's devastating her.
it's terrible.
She's the one breaking her own son's heart.
I know, and that's what's so awful is because she's not able to have her happy ending anywhere. It's like everywhere she goes, she's just tortured. But something that I thought was really interesting is like, okay, so why, even though, like, so the true kiss, like if Ella and Henry kiss, right, that breaks the curse, which we know can't happen. But why can't Regina tell Henry so then he can be aware to keep a distance? Why can't Henry know?
That's part of the curse that hasn't been answered. Or maybe she thinks he won't believe her, or he has to come to it on his own, so then she can warn him.
Like maybe because he's not believing by like he's not believing
on
Lucy.
his own.
Yeah, so then it would be hard because if now Regina's on this
Which
bandwagon.
is so crazy because he has the heart of the truest believer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Ugh. Yeah, I don't.
But now the daughter took that on.
Right.
That title on.
I do want to say that there was a funny joke that Lucy said, and we actually see it in the chat by Steven, and he said, oh, it just, basically he was saying, I can't believe they tried to pull another Catherine, and it was funny because Lucy was like, no one wants to be a Catherine.
Yeah, well, it was Lucy who brought it up. She's like, this is a classic Catherine moment. When David thought he was married to her, and he's like, well, maybe I'm Catherine. I'm okay with that. And she's like, no one wants to be a Catherine.
Which, no, because...
She had great delivery, by the way. She's such a talented actress.
She is. She's amazing. And
she's really good with, like, the little snarky, like, one-liners.
Yeah, which we saw kind of a lot this episode because history repeats itself, and we see her have to go back into the system because of the way that...
Another nod to her grandmother.
That was so sad to me because I'm just like, oh, she finally gets to be with her mom. And then I was just like, come on now, cut her a break. She got a job. I mean, maybe a bar, but she got a job. You know, she's making money. I don't understand what the situation is of why she can't take care of her.
Right. And it's sad because it all led back to a vulnerable moment when Ella didn't believe she had the means to take care of Lucy. So she was intimidated and scared, and so she had to give away her rights because she thought that was the only choice she had.
Yeah.
Which her ex shows her that she's allowed, which let's just talk about Nick for a second. This is Henry's best friend.
That's what mind blew me.
So good looking.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He walked in and I was like, oh, hey,
I can see why Henry was a little bit jealous.
But I want to ask you guys one question.
I would have been too.
Did you notice the nod he gave Ella when they met in the Wish Realm? When he said, this is Ella.
Yes, when they were shaking hands, I was like, did she cheat on him or did he make a move on her?
I think they knew each other from before. They must have gotten into hijinks or
I
something.
don't think they knew each other from before. I think he just was like, for him, it was love at first sight.
That's what I'm thinking.
Obviously, whatever happened in this world, it worked in his favor. So maybe he's not as good as we expect him to be. Like maybe in his world, this curse made it work for him. This was his happy ending because he actually got to be somehow in a relationship with Ella.
But he's not happy because he hasn't been in a relationship with her. He was a bum in a basement until recently.
But that's the thing is that's his memory. And so he didn't, in his cursed memory, he's thinking that she doesn't want anything to do with him. So when he gets this call, then he's realizing, oh, she wants me back. All right, I'm going to get my stuff together.
But he's good now. Yeah. He's a lawyer. He has a suit. He's hot. Like, he's good.
And not to mention, he won the case and got Lucy back.
Yeah.
So this is a whole...
He's got, like, ultimate brownie points right now.
Right. But that's what I'm just wondering. So do you guys think that he's on kind of a different side than what we saw him initially? Like, do you think he's going to add more drama and fuel to this fire than we actually,
he's
are led
definitely going to add more drama. But I think in the Wish realm, it's probably going to be one of those situations where it was just like, I can't, but I really am in love with you, but I can't be with you type of situation. I don't think he's really going to go for her.
Right.
But it's probably going to be that almost type of kiss type of thing. Like, but I can't because you're with my friend.
Right.
I honestly thought that when they had that moment when they met was because he had run into her before doing something shady together because he seems like he's very like mischievous and he's homies with Henry and Henry's been getting into a lot of like mischievous adventures. So I just thought that maybe they had a history and he was like, okay, I see you ended up with my best friend and like flash forward we'll see and he'll be like, weren't you like in that workhouse like stealing boxes or whatever? And she's gonna be like, don't tell him.
Interesting.
What Billy?
Yeah, there's some people in the chat. No, Laneisha, go for it.
Yeah, what Billie Jean was saying was, what if Nick was awake actually in the real world? What if he's actually awake?
And because he could be like, he could be working with Ivy. We don't know who he is. We don't know his backstory. There's so much more we have to learn. Also, something that was interesting that someone in the chat was saying is that first of all, they think he's shady, and they're like, what if he went after Regina? I was like, that would be very interesting. I don't know.
So weird. You don't want to date your son's best friend.
But that's what's the confusing
That
part
is weird.
They're all like the same age, weirdly.
That's true.
So it's like it doesn't really add any issues. It's all
That's true.
fine.
Yeah.
So
In a weird way.
I would be weirded out if you my best friend and you dating my parent. Like, no.
yeah,
That's
super
just
weird.
We're not friends.
Right. I think it's just whenever we get a new character introduced, because we don't even know who he is from Adam. We don't know what fairy tale character he is or what. So whenever a new character gets introduced, I'm super skeptical.
Well, when he came in and he had that name at the end when he came back, I was like, oh, it's Finn Rider. I thought it was going to be Finn.
So then,
Since we had such a Rapunzel-centric episode,
Right.
I
And
totally
a lot of
thought it was
people-
going to be.
I think have been saying like he was casted.
Ivan says that Nick is Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk 2.0.
2.0.
yeah, I know. Everything's super. Also, they did make a good point. I keep confusing the Wish Realm with the Enchanted Forest 2.0 because the Enchanted Forest 2.0 is where the resistance is, and that's where they're fighting again.
Right.
But the Wish Realm is when they went back to
That's where
change the
Rapunzel
old
was.
hook. Yeah.
But then when we went forward with Alice and the Poison Heart,
were in Enchanted.
that was in Enchanted 2.0, followed by Wonderland.
Yes.
So thanks, guys, for correcting that for us.
Sorry. Sometimes when you get chatting about everything,
a lot of
they all
realms
just-
We
Yeah.
really need to make this into like a connect the
a
dots
Yeah,
situation.
seriously.
The different realms.
Yeah. Man, well, we see a lot of Henry and Jacinda trying to make 5 steps forward, and of course they get 10 steps back, and
Yeah.
we see Henry very sad, drinking a lot of beer, and decides to go on a road trip with Regina.
I was so
Storybook.
LA.
No, San Francisco.
Oh, I thought they were going to Storybrooke.
I thought they were going to LA.
She said like loud and clear.
Wait, let me
San
see. What did they
Francisco.
say?
I totally...
Chat, I need you guys to back me up. They're going to San Fran.
Must have, you know what it is? I just made it up because I'm
She's
like,
they're
how...
going to Storybrooke. I
We
was
all
like, San
got
Francisco?
different ones. You said Storybrooke. You said San Francisco. I said LA.
No, it's
Oh,
definitely
it's San
LA.
Fran.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little too excited because I think I just blocked out when they said San Francisco because I was like, how cool would it be if they just drove to Storybrooke? 'Cause this is the thing, is that they're like,
She
I
said
don't...
they can't go back there because they can't know.
Oh, because they don't want to ruin their happiness?
Yeah, because they have their happy ending. So she said we can't go back there.
I don't know why. I was
Also,
thinking
all
LA.
those actors have been contracted out of the show.
Well, yeah, I know
so-
that, but it was just like me, like trying to think positively and like being like, what? That could
Yeah,
happen.
look at all those San Franciscos
Yeah,
in the chat.
sorry
told you.
guys. I told you. I was just trying. I sometimes like I was listening and I probably just like put that in my brain because I was just like, that'd be
You
so
just
cool.
really want her
Yeah,
them to go
I just
back.
wanted them to go back to Storybrooke.
So the chat really
Yeah.
thinks it's
Thanks,
Zelena.
thanks, Jeff. I totally was wrong about that.
The chat really thinks they're going to go find Zelena. But can I tell you, my secret hope is that it's Maleficent.
Oh.
Her and Maleficent don't get along. She still doesn't appreciate her daughter being ripped away from her and cursed, and then that whole situation
That's
that went
true.
down. Dude,
I would
love to see Maleficent.
Whoa,
Bring
Jinx!
some-
Jinx, somebody owes someone a soda. Yeah. Or
Bring
it says,
some
or
dragon
Selena's
power.
daughter, Robin, Steven. That is
yeah.
a great point.
That has to be who it is. It's got to be
'cause
Selena's
she's
daughter
coming
because she's
back.
coming back.
That's as like an adult now.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
That's someone just said they said Storybrooke's in Maine. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's the total East Coast. I'm sorry. I just got my hopes up.
That's the
but-
eastiest of the East Coast that happens in the
Yeah, I
United
know. I don't know
States.
what my brain was doing. Okay,
I
guys.
did have one question though.
Yeah.
With this curse, how are they able to leave?
Oh, look, Kenzie Brumley says Rebecca Matter is set to appear for multiple episodes.
Yeah.
So maybe it is Zelena and her. Oh, you guys,
Probably.
but I'm still kind of
It's
hoping that
definitely-
Maleficent makes an appearance. She's
I
such
think
a
it's-
fun character.
Well, I feel like I haven't heard too much about her, and sorry to break your dreams, but I mean, we definitely have seen so much about like Zelena definitely appearing and her daughter. Like it's been in articles everywhere that her daughter, this is who it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I think that that's definitely like that dynamic duo. But it's gonna be exciting to see how Robin is she
I was
evil?
just
Is she
trying
nice?
to play my heartbreak.
I would
on my
hope
face.
she's nice and good.
Sorry, Caroline, we just like shut it down. Sorry. Yeah,
But with this curse, how are they able to leave?
that's a good question. Maybe that
You know,
Yeah, like how are they
you're
able?
never able to leave a curse city.
Maybe
It's
they're
just
gonna
the
figure
rule.
that out.
No, this one wasn't cursed that way. The point of this curse is to make people leave. This one doesn't have a
Right.
boundary line except for
Got
Lucy.
it. God.
and
true.
Jacinda. Everyone else, they're meant to leave and forget that they're a fairy tale character. They're not supposed to remember
That's just
who
sad.
they
Yeah,
are.
that's really sad.
And people have been being pushed out.
Yeah.
People
At least
keep
Regina
leaving.
like had some sort of like good behind it. She was like, I just want people to live in a city where they don't remember each other because I want to be happy. But like,
Right.
it's not like she was like doing anything. Well, I guess she did hurt people in the beginning, but like tried not. I don't know.
But in the curse, she wasn't really harming anyone.
Right.
It just was another
She
day.
just wanted to rule the town and make Mary Margaret
Suffer.
suffer.
But it wasn't as suffering because she was a teacher. I mean, I guess she wasn't
She
waiting
was
for her true
oblivious.
love, but
Right.
She was also missing her child who's out suffering in the real world. Just a
True.
bad girl.
Okay, that okay, I'll give
Well,
you that.
Bad girls and everything. I feel like Ivy takes the cake so far. And something that I found interesting is that I think Ivy's lying. About
About
the
what?
curse, about what it actually does. I think that whatever was in that drink that she gave Ronnie wasn't necessarily to wake her up, but it was to wake her up and make her remember in the way that she wants. And I know we have a bunch of different theories. We have a bunch of different
agree.
theories on how you can't break the curse, but I think that if she has this image in her head if Henry and Jacinda kiss, then it kills people and whatever. Obviously, she's gonna do everything in her power because she loves Henry not to break this curse. So I think if she planted this little seed that was false, and then it doesn't actually mean that they have to die, then I think that that's how she's lying. I think that she's holding something back or just did that on purpose.
I'll jump on board with that. That sounds completely like Ivy's scheming, double-crossing type
Right.
of ways. Because
Yeah.
really, how did she come up with a better curse than her mother, who had like the fairy godmother's wand and who
Right.
went above
Yeah.
and beyond to
And
like
in
search out
Such
magic?
a short amount of time too.
Yeah, and
like-
she's like, the student became better than the teacher. Did she just become a better liar, not necessarily a better practitioner
Exactly.
of magic?
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder
So-
what the cure is though,
Right.
because I do think that their hearts are poison.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it'll necessarily kill them because I even saw with like Alice and Roger
Mm-hmm.
when they hugged, even though it was his heart and he was sick and he was dying.
It didn't kill him.
It didn't kill him.
Only
and
because
there was probably
Regina
a
was
cure.
there.
That's true.
It looked like he
True.
was going to die without her.
Yeah, but there was clearly like some type of cure.
Dude
you
looked
know?
like he had green kryptonite coming out of his chest. That's not even the same universe. So I thought he was a goner.
Yeah. I don't
but
know.
he didn't.
Yeah. But I mean, he may be a goner, but like Belfry's definitely probably gonna come back. She might not be. She might be gone, but she's not gone for good.
definitely.
So
Well, she's coming back in 3 weeks. We saw her talking to Lucy.
Well, I know she's coming back, but I'm saying, like, I'm just saying, she's like, there's something more that she obviously knows. And
It's
even
her
though,
curse.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I think that she might be a bad person, but obviously there's something, it's like with Rumple. Like, obviously
Yeah.
he was doing everything in his power to do something for himself and would not care about anybody in his path just to get Belfry back, or Bellfire, sorry, not Belfry, Bellfire back.
Bellfire.
But I think Belfry, Lady T, like they're kind of the same in that realm.
100%.
And I don't know, I think she is
Yeah.
scared of Ivy, and I think that's why she was so scared
Yeah.
and thought if she maybe, I don't know, was taking Ivy's heart gonna kill Ivy, or was it just gonna control her?
I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
think it was gonna. Because by then what does she
Yeah.
have?
I don't think she's afraid of Ivy at all. I just think that she underestimates her, and I want to know the
definitely
backstory
did.
behind that. Like, why does she not trust her daughter? Like, it's her daughter,
Right.
but she has like no faith in her or her abilities. So something had
Right.
to have happened for them to have this current relationship, which I'm excited to, as the season goes on,
Yeah,
to
see
delve
that
into that.
backstory.
Right, and
Yeah.
like see what happened with freaking Anastasia, who was not in the tomb.
Which we all expected. I wasn't expecting
I
her
mean,
in there.
well, it couldn't be that easy.
No.
And like Belfry isn't stupid. Clearly, if she because she noticed the dirt in the beginning.
Right.
That was just the tip. So if she sees that there's some sort of
She
dirt on the
probably
floor, she was
moved
like,
Anastasia.
But now I want to know, where is she?
right, like where's she chilling? Like what's going on?
But remember, Gold/Rumple is
Wait,
woke.
and
So
he
he
could have
probably
taken her
that is true. And
as his bargaining chip to be like, you can't tell me what to do.
Carolina, you was
right.
on it.
And guys,
Shoulder
let's
off.
not forget he has the sword.
Oh yeah.
He has the sword, and it's totally like it's fine. So something.
I mean, the dagger.
The dagger, sword dagger, same thing. But yeah, like something like that has to be able to do some sort of control in this world. Like, why would he just be looking at it?
Because he's holding it. Because remember, again, Belle told him in the spell that she found that its final resting place would go with the guardian.
Oh, right.
He's looking for that guardian.
And that's why I think he's playing the long game, because Gold is always playing the long game.
Man.
Dude sits around and like stitches like quilt patterns and is like
he's just like the things that these writers like make, it's just like it blows my mind sometimes to think about how these writers have cultivated the minds of these characters and like can just intertwine everything so fluidly. It's crazy to me.
I'm like surprised they're
Like,
not getting confused with themselves.
I
I'm
know.
like, how did you?
I know, so I'm sitting here like I'm getting all the realms mixed up. I'm sorry, but I'm just getting overexcited. But man, guys, I think
Angel Wolf Zero has a really funny one. My thing is, why didn't she check the coffin first before bringing it with her? I mean, low-key true.
that is so true.
You pretty much had to carry that whole thing.
Right, like that.
And she's not even in it, and you just went through all this effort. How do you even
man.
transport? How do you transport a coffin? Like she had to get
that
a hearse.
was hard, right? And like they could barely even get the top off. Like,
So how did
Right,
she?
so
even
how did she
lift
do
it
it
in
by
the first
herself?
place? I have so many questions, and she didn't think to check.
Yeah, I don't know. That is
Check in
Angel
first,
Wolf
girl.
Zero.
Even
That
soda.
is amazing. Like, so good. Guys, this has been too fun. It's always fun every week. But I think with all of that being said, we need to get into some predictions. Guys, we definitely
Your AfterBuzz TV
predictions. Guys, we want to make sure we hear your predictions in the chat. So it does go pretty fast, so we'll try to take them at the end, but start typing those in. And while we get started, Laneisha, why don't you kick us off?
All right. My prediction is that Lady T is now, she kind of has no choice, but she's going to team up with the heroes.
Oh.
I definitely believe, because now, you know, she's locked up, nothing's going her way, she's scared of the witch, she has no choice but to team up with maybe, well, she can't team up with Ronnie's gone, Regina left.
Right.
The only thing she has now is Lucy.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're going to team up and she would do it in a manipulative way, or team up and fully be relentless and giving in to the heroes?
Oh, definitely not. She's going to do what she has to do for herself first, team up with them, get that done, and then do what she got to do to wake up Anastasia.
Gotcha. Did you see something in the chat that was really
Yeah,
interesting?
Ben and TL says Jack equals Jack Frost. That would be much better than Jack and the Bean. No offense to Jack and the Beanstalk, but Jack Frost. We haven't seen him before. That would be awesome.
Really interesting.
We never had Jack Frost.
I got all pumped up about it. I was like, that could bring in such a cool level.
Yeah, I feel like that would be. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
You
that
want
one.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I feel like it would definitely be more of Jack and the Beanstalk, but I don't know.
I would want him to be younger, though,
yeah,
for Jack and the Beanstalk. I would want, like, a little boy, like Henry's age.
Yeah.
Young
There
Henry.
was. Man, these are going so fast. I'm sorry. So Billie Jean 24 goes, I predict that Henry sees something on this road trip with Regina and starts believing again. Oh, for sure.
I think that'll happen at the same time that Lucy stops believing, because I think Lady T is finally going to break her belief because she's going to tell her the truth. I think that that's what's going to break her belief is like, yeah, it is real, kid.
Right.
You have been right this whole time, but guess what happens when mommy and daddy get back together?
Right.
I like
Kaput.
Red
Boom.
underscore
There's no
King.
happiness for you.
What's going on there? What's he saying?
With Red underscore King, they were saying that Alice might be the guardian.
Oh, that'd be interesting because it's like we've thought Lucy was the guardian the whole time. So if we find out that Alice is, I don't know.
I'm kind of hoping it'll be Lucy because I want it to stay within the like charming family.
You just really want that because she says it every episode. She has.
Well, Carolina, what are your predictions? Was
I
it
just
what
gave
just
mine.
that was it? Okay.
Yeah, that was my
I didn't know if you're
prediction.
bouncing off or if that was yours. All right, cool.
No, well, it was such a good like prediction that I
Right.
felt like it echoed. Yes, absolutely. I think he's going to start to question things and believe things when he goes to San Francisco at the same time that
Right.
Lucy stops.
Agreed.
Because her heart's going to be shattered, and I think that's going to wake up Anastasia, and it's going to start to move the plot forward.
Got it. Boom. Like it. All right. I guess for mine, I'm gonna have to go with. Did you want to pound it? Is that
No,
what,
I
you were
was
cheering?
doing like my
I
fist
was gonna
fight.
say, wait, what were
like
you doing?
I have the tiger.
She was like, yeah, like
Bow,
I thought you like were
bow,
looking for a
bow,
fist bump. We
bow.
just totally left you hanging.
Bow, bow.
Well, I think I'm gonna go with my prediction of saying how Ivy's definitely lying about how the curse could actually be broken, and I don't think it's gonna kill anybody. And I think that they'll maybe find that out sooner or later. That Ivy's definitely just trying to protect herself, and that's why
Right.
she's working with the witch, because she needs extra. She needs something else to back her up, and especially because they don't have magic in this world. And then I also think that Nick, aka Jack, is sketchy, and he's just trying to steal Henry's girl.
Ooh,
Yeah, something sketchy
just
about
like
him.
how Ivy was trying to steal Ella's man.
Yeah.
Ivy
Man.
is on that, like hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, she's doing. It's just weird with that, and I just like don't like it at all. It's just weird to see.
tell him to call so we can finish our interview.
Okay.
Right, that was
Okay.
weird. I think every time I see them together, I just block it out of my mind. So then I'm like, oh, that happened. That's right.
I would
You know?
definitely be like Regina and be like,
I thought Regina was gonna slug her right then and there.
She
Right.
wanted to.
Right. Well, we'll take a couple more predictions from the chat. It looks like Simone Umba says, what if Nick is Lucy's biological father and Henry raised her as his own for 10 years?
No,
You don't think so?
no, because of the whole true love thing
That's
with
true.
the necklaces.
Sorry,
and-
sorry, Simone.
I would
Sorry,
not
Simone.
want that to happen.
I'm shooting that one right.
Well, I guess
down.
also too because we did see the first kiss, so like that would kind of like let things. That wouldn't be very exciting. Oh, yeah, Robin, I definitely think will have magic as well.
Oh, 100%. Her mom is Zelena.
I think there is. Hey Jeff, would we be able to scroll up just a little bit? There was a couple of good ones, and I think we'll
Yeah,
just take
I
one
saw
more. That
Anastasia
one, right there.
one.
So Ivan Soto says, "I want that too to be Lucy, to be the guardian, stay in the charming family. Emma is the savior, Henry the author, Lucy is the guardian." Is that the prediction? I think it was. I thought maybe I read it wrong.
Someone said something about Anastasia possibly being the guardian.
Oh, Billie Jean 24. Was I the only one who laughed when Ivy found out? Oh, sorry, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Well, you know what? If you have any predictions or anything.
Oh, somebody said Anastasia is the key to kill Ivy's curse.
Oh, it was Steve Swan.
Steve Swan.
Ah, that's what it
Sewin?
is.
I think it's Sewin.
So it says Anastasia is the key to kill Ivy's curse. That's why Ivy wants her dead. And Lady T knew about Ivy's curse, so made Anastasia as the failsafe. Ooh.
very good.
Interesting.
I
Very
like that
good
one.
prediction.
Steven, I love that, and that is a great way to
I
end
think
our
so.
predictions for tonight's recap. Man, guys, so much to talk about it, and unfortunately, we're not going to see you until 3 weeks from now. The next episode airs on December 8th. But have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. We will miss you dearly, and we can't wait to recap in a couple of weeks. Alrighty, Laneisha, where can they find you on social media?
All right, you guys eat a whole bunch of food for me. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Laneisha, spelled Lanisha 914.
Hey guys, I'm Carolina Bonetti. You can find me on Twitter at Carolina Bonetti and Instagram at LenaBean113.
And hey guys, it's Ally Nasta. Find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at AllyGirl. And of course, make sure to follow AfterBuzz TV on all AfterBuzz TV platforms. And don't forget to tweet us and comment in the comments below. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Bye!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.